Do you like action RPG games? Is Galaga one of your favorite games of all time? Check out my preview of Nova Drift coming up next on Mumbles. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Mumble. On today's episode of Mumbles, I'm your host, Mumbles. And today I am bringing you another game preview. And that game preview is on a game called Nova Drift. So let's talk about this game. Nova Drift is made by the developer Chimeric and published by Pixel Jam, and can be picked up for the price of $14.99 at the time of this preview. Now, this game is in early access, meaning that what I show and talk about now could be different months down the road. It just depends on the game creator. But the general idea of this game should stay the same, which is why I'm doing this preview. So, what is this game about? Nova Drift is the survive, evolve, and dominate game. Nova Drift is a roguelike space shooter that melds a classic arcade experience with modern action RPG elements. Your ship rapidly evolves as you defeat enemies, allowing you to shape its abilities and weaponry to your desires in a matter of minutes. Unlike many action RPGs, which can absorb hundreds of hours of time, Nova Drift allows you to take a ship built from inception and execution in a single gameplay session. Features: creates a unique build every run. Games are quick, allowing for rapid experimentation, iteration, and advancement. Cunning and creativity are rewarded as you chain upgrade modules for powerful synergies. Access over 120 modular upgrades as you progress and expand your arsenal. Build to play how you want. Snipe, command a drone army, discharge your shields, charge up, burn enemies with your thrusters, or smash right through them. There's a way to make every playstyle work. Unlock various challenge modes, providing greater risk and reward. The stakes are high as death is permanent. Every game is randomly generated, keeping the fight intense and unpredictable. Fight through the campaign or play endlessly. So in my own words, this is basically one of those games where each game you play is going to be different. It's kind of like DIEP.io, one of those games where you kill so many things and then you get an upgrade, and then you kill so many more things and you get another upgrade, and blah, 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 blah. But in this game, there's a lot more upgrades and it's more generalized. Or randomized, I should say. So you can expect different weapons, different things each and every time you play it. Now let's talk about the graphics, the soundtrack, and the control. First up, the graphics in this game. This game has nice, clean graphics, but they are very simplistic. For example, you're not going to have detailed outlines of a ship. It's just a shape that shoots and changes colors and things like that. So no, heavy, inducive graphics or anything like that. Just simple, easy to watch and see graphics. Soundtrack-wise, this game has gaming elevator music, meaning that basically it's just music that is there in the background to kind of keep your interest. Now, control-wise, this game does have full controller support, and it also has use of the keyboard. Now, in all my gameplay sessions when I've played this game, I have used the keyboard, so please do keep that in mind. Now let's talk about the gameplay of this game. As I mentioned, this game is very much like a DIEP.io type game. Each game session, you will start off with a basic ship, and as you play and destroy other enemies, you will become more and more powerful. So how this works is basically you start off with a basic ship. Your first upgrade will be a weapon of some type. Your second upgrade will be the type of ship you want, whether you want more constructs, or more shields, or more of an assault build. It's all on you. And your third shall be your shields. What kind of shields you want? Maybe you want shields that burn your enemies, or shields that make you warp when they explode. It's all up to you. Now, all of this is randomized, and you can re-roll your stats if you want to. And by stats, I mean like your weapon types and things like that. But you only get so many re-rolls each turn. Now, after you get those three main things, the customization steps up even a step further. You get to do things such as increase your weapon speed, or increase your accuracy, or make a little drone army, or whatever you want to do. There's all different kinds of upgrades that you can install to help beat your enemies. But while you're getting powerful, your opponent is also getting more and more powerful. As you progress through each and every level, the enemies become more and more and more difficult. So you need to keep upgrading and have some kind of upgrade strategy, or else it is curtains and game over. Once you die in this game, you are dead. You must start the process all over again. That's basically what you can expect from the gameplay of this game. Now let's talk about the cons for this game. The first con that I have is that this game is not anything we haven't seen before. As I mentioned, diep.io. For those of you that have never played it, I recommend that you go check it out. It is a free game online. You can play anytime you want. And basically all it is you're a little tank that floats around, shoots the enemy, and as you shoot the enemy and kill so many things, you get more powerful, more powerful, more powerful. This is basically a version of that in space. So that is what you can expect from this game. So nothing we haven't seen before. My second con is that this game has no story. I would have liked some kind of story, you know, just something basic even, anything at all could have made this game take the next step up. So now really all that's left to talk about is what my overall opinion is of this game. Now, normally I don't give any kind of ratings to a game like this, but I do want to say that in its current state, this is not a bad game. It's a very fun game. In fact, I've sunk a lot of hours into this game. And this game would, in this current state, get a 7 out of 10. However, this game is still an early access game. And that means it could change any way at all. It could get better, it could get worse. It is totally up to developers. In its current state, I would definitely recommend, if you like action RPG games, arcade style games, that you give this game a chance, because I absolutely 100% love it. I love it more than any of the other games that I've reviewed of this type recently. So you know that this game has some power behind it. I'm very excited to see what the developers do with this game, because it has a great base and it has some great ideas instilled into it. So without a doubt, in its current state, 7 out of 10, this game could easily be an 8 or it could go down to a 6. It is all up to how development goes on this game. Anyways, guys, this has been my review of Nova Drift. I want to thank you guys all so much for joining me. Please smack that subscribe button, smack that like button, and smack all those buttons. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.